Welcome to episode 1 of our podcast. I'm Eric.
And I'm Garrett, and this is the Pre-Work Fix. Okay, so let's first just start by introducing who we are. Eric and I are coworkers. We banter about everything. And whenever we have an audience, whether it be at a bar or at work, everyone always seems to be laughing. So we wanted to see if we could get some laughs out of people on the internet. And that's the main reason why we're doing the podcast. And our first segment is going to be a debate. And now our debate is always going to be about a topic that really matters, like the core human values. Our first topic is going to be about peanut butter and jelly and the correct way of making it. Eric, tell us about your heathen ways of making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Heathen. Wow. All right. So you're always going to have a peanut butter and jelly, right? It's a good meal to have, quick, easy to put together.
Great source of protein.
Great source of protein. You get a little sugar in there from the jelly. However, my way is obviously correct. So what you got to do, you get out all three ingredients, the bread, the peanut butter, and the jelly. Take out one slice of bread, put it on the plate, okay? Yeah, Garrett's giving me
one
some
at a time.
glares. One at a time, what? Just let me talk. Let me give the people the right way to do it.
Okay.
Bread, one piece of bread out on the plate. Get your spoon.
Blech.
Spoon is the key here.
Blech.
Take your spoon. Get the peanut butter on there. Usually go if it's a bigger spoon. Usually like two spoonfuls. It's a pretty good amount of peanut butter there. Spread around with the back side of the spoon. Okay, so you put it on with the front side of the spoon, the little ladle part, I guess. Spread it with the back. Okay. Then, now you get out the other piece of bread, wipe the spoon off with the piece of bread, put that slightly back in the bag, not together the loaf, but just on the outside of the bag. It works.
Why on the bag? Why not on the plate?
You know what? The plates I use, they're just peanut butter and jelly plates. They're perfect little circles, just fits one piece of bread, all right? Wipe it off. Spoon's clean. Open up the jelly. Jelly, of course. I don't even use jelly. Hold on, let me correct that. Not even jelly. You got to use the jam. The
You already talked about jelly. Aren't you already past the jelly point? Aren't we talking about? Oh, you put more jelly on the second slice of bread?
No, I haven't talked about the jelly yet.
Oh, you start with the peanut. Oh,
the peanut butter.
Oh, I didn't realize because you just start with the wrong one.
Jeez, never listens. Get the jelly on there. Usually just one scoop of jelly will do. Spread that around again with the back side. Now you put that other piece of bread on there, and there you go. You're ready to go. Clean. Well, clean might not be the right word, but tastes good. Perfect spread of both.
Let me just give you a picture, just the words to describe what his peanut butter jellies look like. There's jelly spilling out of every corner of the sandwich. It's an absolute mess. You see him just like half of his jarred jam or jelly, whatever he wants to put on it, spills on top of the table during lunch. The correct way of doing it is, okay, you start with the jelly. That's where he's first part where he's wrong, okay? You grab, well, okay, I lied. The first part that he's wrong with is you take a plate. You use a plate that's like big enough for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? You don't just use a little baby plate, okay? Those are for babies, not for adults, okay? So now we laid 2 slices of bread down left and right, okay? So on the left slice of bread, you use a knife and just
Yeah, how many times do you in there with the knife? You probably got to go in there.
No,
like
you
three times.
you use it like a shovel, and you just like you rake
and I'm
out.
the heathen, and you're using it as a shovel. Okay.
You rake. So it's more like a rake. You rake out the jelly onto the left slice of bread, and then you spread it with a knife because the knife is the proper spreading tool. Now some might say this dents the bread. This dents the bread. You're doing it wrong. So you got to spread it on nice. Okay, put that slice of bread down. Now on your other slice of bread, you wipe the knife in an X format, and it gets all, you get an X of jelly on there, just like some residue, and a cleaned off knife. You have a perfectly clean knife. You could stick it back in the drawer if you wanted to at this point. That's how clean it is.
So we're agreeing on that. We both clean it off with the other piece of bread before we go to the next.
Yeah, but you clean it with the clean peanut butter off? You can't really clean the peanut butter off. The peanut butter like sticks on the bread and pulls the bread apart a little bit.
All right.
IMO. Okay. Ooh, I got a little give here. So then I jam the knife into the peanut butter jar. And I pull out. I got 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. I know by look, and I spread it on one spread. Maybe not to the corners perfectly. Hung. Done. Peanut butter and jelly. Slap it together. You know what you could do if you want to eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich the correct way? You cut it diagonally. Now you can't cut it with a spoon. I want to see you cut a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with a spoon.
I don't cut it.
Exactly.
Not child.
You're doing it wrong. So you cut it diagonally. Cutting peanut butter and jelly diagonally is the proper way of eating it. You can't disagree. That's what everyone's going to agree with. I'm right, you're wrong, and that's just the way it is.
All right, we'll have to put up a poll on the social media. Whoa, social media input.
Yeah, but it's not even. Is it even necessary? Because I know I'm right.
We'll put up a poll, see what the people say. Garrett, what's the handle there? Social media guy.
It's at the pre-work fix on literally everything. So the Twitter, the Facebook, the Instagram, I don't know why I'm putting the in front of everything like I'm 60 years old, but it's
the
on the
internet.
It was on the line the other day.
On the line.
So you can follow us on anything. It's at the pre-work fix. Find us anywhere.
Nice. Good.
Great.
Well, as you can see, I'm a little bit critical of Garrett's way that he makes his peanut butter and jelly. I'm also critical about some other things. So this next segment we're going to get into, it's a solo segment by me because, you're probably tired of hearing Garrett's voice already. Solo segment, Critical Candy. Critical Candy, all right? Candy, for those of you who don't know, that's my last name, not just,
He's so sweet.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
So Critical Candy. So now Garrett and I are coworkers, so we see a lot of things obviously in the office. One of the biggest things I'm critical of, when people come in with unironed shirts, ridiculous. These guys, they come into the office, looks like they had their shirt just in a ball and were just playing catch with it, and said, you know what, I gotta go to work, and just throw it on. It's all wrinkled, looks ridiculous. Okay. Just iron your shirt. No. You don't even have to iron it. If you don't want to iron it, bring it in the bathroom, close the door while you're taking your shower. Steam will at least get a little bit of the wrinkle out. Still not going to look good. Fine. I'll accept it. It'll look better than how some of the people come into work.
Yeah, it's almost like, do they put it in a drawer? Do they keep it in their gym bag? I'm just confused. Like, how does it get so wrinkly? Because, when you just hang it, most of the wrinkles fall out anyways.
I don't know. The people baffle me. To go along with the whole work thing, so these guys that come in, some people come in with wrinkled shirts. Some people, I don't know, do they look in the mirror before they leave? They don't tuck in their shirt. Their shirt is half tucked in. It's like a hockey player. It's like the half tuck hockey player thing. Like half your shirt's hanging out the back. What are you doing? Tuck your shirt in all the way before you come into work. Your shirt's flapping around in the wind. Not that there's wind in the office, but if there was, I don't know which one. If there was wind in the office, they'd be blowing away.
They're blowing me away, coming into the office looking so poorly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's like there is wind.
It's like there is wind. Fair. Good point. One more. Yeah, not that I'm just sitting around the office. I do work. Although Garrett likes to think I don't do work in the office.
This kid doesn't show up on Fridays.
Yeah, sometimes I take Fridays off. You gotta have an extended weekend. Whatever. Wearing ankle socks with dress shoes. Dude, come on.
When I see that Nike logo, like right above that, right coming out of your foot right there, and then I see skin, it's like, come on. What are you wearing athletic socks with dress shoes?
What are you doing? You just come from the gym. You're going to the gym after work. Bring gym clothes in a bag. Be respectful. Or some of these people probably just aren't going to the gym. That's the athleticism they get, is walking around the office. So, they got to stay fit. You got to have like the dry socks on so they don't sweat when they're walking around the office. Or even if they're just wearing mid-calf Nikes, or what's worse is the white mid-calf Nikes.
Oh, you can't wear white.
When you show up to work, white mid-calf Nikes. Dude, what are you doing? Please.
Animals.
Go to the store, buy yourself some socks, please. I think that's it for today. I'm getting a little too heated. I think I'm going to cool off a little bit. We're going to get right in the next segment, cooling off. Speaking of next segment, Brews with the Bros, okay? So this is a segment we're going to try and do weekly. We've got a couple beers here. The first one, Founders Solid Gold Premium Lager. From the finest hops and malts. That's right off the can. I'm not just, making this stuff up. 4.4 ABV. This is a good beer. My brother-in-law actually introduced it to me. It's
cracking her up.
Crack it open. It's a good beer. Yeah, it's not an IPA, obviously. It's a lager, but it's good. I like it. Lager. It's a good beer to have while you're watching football because it's not too heavy. You can just, drink these as you may. We're not condoning just having the whole 15-pack while you're watching football. But
No. But I mean,
if you want to, sure.
Sometimes sports get boring.
Whoa, okay, that's another debate. Garrett, sometimes sports get boring,
Just kidding,
we get box seats to the game, and this kid's just drinking the whole time trying to watch the game.
Well, all right, so the beer I got is Southern Tier. It's just their normal IPA. Nothing special. Comes in a bottle. What the heck's this beer coming in a can in here? So we're just going to get this going. Oh, that fell right on the floor.
Good sound, though.
So,
love it.
This beer, hoppy aroma, it tastes like you're drinking a garden. There's like flowers in my mouth. That's the way I feel. You should have saw Eric. You should have saw the header that Eric had on his beer. This
is a perfect pour.
Yeah, but you see how much there was when you? Yeah, because you
look
let
at that. There's no head on that.
That's the way it's supposed to be. It's a beer, not a forehead.
We'll put out maybe another. We'll put out another pour.
Whoa!
What's the pull? I said another pour. Another pull of how much head should there be when you pour a beer? Because this guy has like nothing. I gave a healthy. I can't really estimate. Maybe quarter to half inch there, but
quarter inch, yeah.
Quarter. So, not that I've had this beer obviously before, but we'll give it a little taste. It's good. Honestly, so this Founders Solid Gold, I'll give them another shout out here. Since 1997, I'm older than this beer. Crazy.
Not much older.
True. That's correct.
Literally, you were 1 when that beer came out.
So I'm older than the beer.
It's true, I guess, by 1 year.
Beer. It's light. It's not light. It's not a light beer. Well, hold on. It's not a light beer, but it's good. It's got a light taste to it. Can easily go down. You're not gonna, after a couple IPAs, you might feel a little full. You're not gonna feel full after this. Like I said, great beer to have watch football, sports with, or Garrett, whatever.
Yeah,
Garrett does in his free time. I
don't know. Any lager you could just kill. You can just like drink a bunch of them, and you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Versus an IPA, this is the way you're just gonna sit there and enjoy. It's
also,
like a
before people are like, wow, is this how expensive this beer? I picked up a 15-pack at Wegmans, of course, Weggies for life. 15-pack for like $16 or something. Nothing. Easy money.
That is true. The Southern Tier is a lot more expensive. I think it was like a 6-pack for like $11.
Yeah.
It was a lot more.
Hey,
but I mean, it's good beer.
It's good beer. I love a good Southern Tier IPA. Yeah, so we're just gonna sip these while
Yeah, so
this is Sunday, so hopefully you guys are taking care of the Sunday scaries. Probably not really want to listen to us drinking beer, but hey,
we're having beer. How about you have a beer?
We're having beer. That's not a bad way to get rid of the Sunday scaries. Have a beer.
That's true.
Little hair of the dog.
Speaking of the hair of the dog, I like dogs, right? Someone might even say I love dogs. Our next segment is just going to be topics that I love. Something I happen to say whenever I'm out at the bar or have a few beers, get a little buzzed, is I start just loving.
He's had
things.
one beer. You might even get it towards the end of
it.
Yeah,
you might
get it. He's had one.
Once I get a little bit of buzz going, I'm like, I love this or that. So we thought that's what I'm going to talk about. First topic is going to be about my leather jacket. Because this is the OG thing that I said I love. And it was like right near the beginning of fall. It was great weather for the leather jacket.
It was a great leather jacket day.
Yeah, and my leather jacket, I've had it for about 4 years now. It's got like a hole in the pocket, and it's kind of like ripping up a little bit. It's got character.
You got a compliment from the Weggies sub guy.
Yeah, the sandwich smith said
Sandwich Smith.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
It's kind of like the blacksmith, but the sandwich smith, the subsmith.
Sure. Maybe we should bring that up to Wegmans.
Yeah, I think they should really change the title. Maybe get paid more.
Sure.
Yeah. So the subsmith said, "Great leather jacket. It's really awesome." And I like dove right in. I was like, "Oh my god, you love my leather jacket!"
And so he doesn't sound like a freak. We were drinking before we got subs.
Oh yeah, we were.
He was.
Yeah, we had like 3 or 4 beers.
Yeah.
We live behind Wegmans, by the way. We didn't drive there.
Yeah. We don't live behind a Wegmans.
Yeah,
we're not homeless.
We don't have like a box with a microphone set up.
The apartment complex is behind Wegmans.
Yeah.
That's a better setup. We don't want people thinking we're homeless.
Homeless people with a great microphone.
Yeah,
we just got our mic set up. That's it. Yeah, so leather jackets are cool. They smell good. They look good with any outfit, almost. And give me that look saying they smell good. They do. They smell like leather. The smell of leather is good.
All right.
Says the guy who's like, I love the smell of new carpet.
Love the new. If I had this segment, that probably would be my number one. This guy got new carpet in his apartment. Smells great. I love it.
He walks in. Oh, loved it.
It's like the Febreze commercials.
Oh,
you know, and they spray it. Except that's old, dirty carpet. No, it's good.
No,
new carpet, fresh from the factory, just laid down. Smells great. Love it.
But the jacket's great. Keeps you warm. Looks good while you're doing it. And that's why I just love it. It just works. But it's getting a little too late in the year to wear it. Up here in upstate New York, we just had a snowstorm, so maybe I'm not going to wear it anymore. Probably a little too cold.
Probably.
But I still love it. It's still a great jacket.
Go leather jacket peacoat. Just kidding.
That would be ridiculous. What are you?
I was just trying to get you to say good idea, and then I was
Wow.
going to rip into you for saying it's a good idea.
Wow, fashionista over here.
Setting you up.
Yeah, all right, Rick. You setting me up. So our next segment is going to be wasted time. So this is every week we're just going to talk about what did we waste our time on. So this could be anything like Red Dead, I would say, was what we wasted our time with the last 2 weeks. But this most recent week, I would say it's more so just the podcast. Now I understand. Yeah, duh. We're starting the podcast.
Looks like your beard's coming in. Not that it's coming in great at all, but you take some hair tonic. A little Red Dead shout out.
Well, I took biotin. It's kind of like hair tonic, but
cool. Cool.
So, what did you spend the most time on this week?
Well, what I spent the most time on, I mean, starting this podcast. Gotta learn how the great podcast guys do it. Is there a word for podcast guys?
Podcasters or
podcasters or
I mean potties.
Potties. It sounds a little weird.
That's not, I mean that's like you're going to the bathroom when you're 5 years old.
Yeah.
Go to the potty.
We'll go podcasters.
Yeah.
So learn how they did it, getting some notes down. We designed a really cool logo, and by we I mean Garrett and our other friend did it. I didn't do anything. I'm not artistic at all. I didn't help with that. I said yeah, it looks good.
Looks good, man.
Looks
good.
Good. Cool. Good.
Yeah.
Great. I like it. And then, we'll put it on the old social media there.
Yeah. One of my best friends, Beetle. He's
shout out to the Beetle. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I don't know, man. I mean,
He
he made the logo in Photoshop. I mean, I hand drew. I sketched a horrible version of it, a crude version. And then he was like, "I'll take it. I'll take over. I know what I'm doing."
So shout out to Beetle and his girlfriend. His girlfriend helped too.
Yeah. They had a debate on what red color to put for our picture, but it's great. I like the logo. We spent some time on just figuring out what topics to talk about, what to do this and that, and it's pretty much just what we spend the most time on this whole week, I would say.
Yeah. Which, in retrospect, the topics that we talk about are things that we kind of just talk about anyways.
Yeah.
So, we're having trouble thinking about what topics, because it's kind of like when a teacher gives you an assignment and they're like, oh, just do whatever you want. So I called him Sunday. I was out at my parents eating dinner, and on my way home, I was like, yeah, we should make a podcast. I think that'd be kind of cool. Garrett's roommate is moving out. We could turn his room into a studio. Shout out Sawyer. See you, dude. Have fun in Nashville.
See you, dude.
So I was like, ooh, let's turn Sawyer's room into a studio. Be cool. Let's make a podcast. And so he goes, well, what are we going to make it on? Well, honestly, I don't know. And then we just started talking. We're like, well, let's just do what we talked about in this conversation that we had. So, yeah, that's what I spent most of my time doing this week, I guess, making the podcast.
Yeah, pretty much same with me and just making all the social media accounts because there's a lot out
there. Is
there.
a lot.
Like, I feel like when growing up, we just kind of like we created the accounts as they came up. Like Snapchat wasn't there to start, Instagram wasn't there to start,
Right.
But Facebook and Twitter and like so like I didn't realize how many there were because I just had to create them all at the same exact time. So it was like it was a lot more than I remember.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
I reactivated my Instagram, like my personal Instagram. I download because I deleted. Well, I didn't reactivate it. I guess I just deleted the app, and then I re-downloaded it. And it was like, Eric Candy, do you want to sign in? And I was like, I guess I don't really know my password because I haven't used Twitter forever.
Yeah.
So I'm back. Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter universe. I'm back.
He's gonna be tweeting up a storm.
The tweet master is back.
Yeah, I think you have 150 tweets total. Wow, big guy over here. Big tweeter.
So yeah, that's what we kind of got off topic. Classic us, right? That's what I wasted my time on this week. Other than that,
yeah, I mean, hog tying people, putting them on the railroad tracks in Red Dead. Okay.
In Red Dead, yeah.
You know.
I'm not just a freak. I'm not just hog tying. I don't live homelessly behind a Wegmans and hog tie people to railroad tracks. Is what I was trying to say.
Whenever I like today, I called Eric. He's like, I'm running away from the cops right now. Can't talk. And I'm like, what the hell? And then I'm like, oh yeah, Red Dead, nice.
So speaking of podcasts, kind of a form of media, right? We had to look up the definition of media before this for the segment title. Segment title called Media Madness.
Media Madness. All right, this is a little ridiculous. I understand. I won't do it again.
A little ridiculous.
Won't do it
you're
again.
halfway through your beer and you're getting a little ridiculous.
Getting a little rowdy.
So Media Madness. I guess media. Do you remember what the exact definition was? Or
pretty much everything.
Pretty much
that you consume on the internet is media.
Or
almost.
in paper form.
Or in paper form.
You know, if you're still one of the oldie types and you get newspapers or whatever.
Yeah, why not, man? It smells good.
Okay. That's a little weird. I don't think newspaper smells like garbage. I think that's the reason why people don't use it anymore is because it smells awful and you look at your hands afterwards and you're just a mess. You look disgusting. Critical Candy, back.
Back at it again.
Back at it again. Newspapers, hot seat. So Media Madness. We'll give a quick shout out to Stan Lee, passing this week. Sad day.
Very sad.
Very sad day. I heard, though, that they recorded his cameos in the movies coming up.
Yeah, they did.
So he'll be back. Don't worry. He's back.
And he'll live on forever with the characters he created, so.
Yeah, he will. So Stan Lee, rip.
Absolute legend.
Absolute legend. But in other media news, for all you Game of Thrones fans out there like myself, Garrett like thinks he's a hipster, I think. He goes, Game of Thrones, too popular, I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, I've only watched about 5 minutes of it. I saw my sister was watching it one time. I saw a guy get an axe to the forehead. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then that was it. That's all I watched.
Yeah, that's basically every episode.
Yeah, I assume.
Just people getting murdered and drinking and dragons and whatnot.
Yeah, the good stuff, right?
The good stuff.
So,
so Game of Thrones coming out with Instagram videos, pictures, whatever you want to call it, I guess, and of like all the top scenes from the show. Like, well, I can't ruin it because Garrett hasn't watched it, so I don't want to ruin it. But it was awesome, and it's coming out in April. The new season, the last season, is gonna be great.
Can't wait for the show to be over.
Can't wait for the show to be over. Garrett says. The first time I watched it, I watched it in like a little bit over a month. It was during winter, so it's a little bit better. I didn't just watch 7 episodes.
And you were in college. In college, what are you supposed to do other than watch Netflix?
That's
and chill.
HBO. So yeah.
True, you're right.
So so I watched it in a month. So I guess it comes out in April. So maybe I start watching it soon. So I don't feel like kind of a scum watching it in a month again. But either way, time to rewatch. Get ready for that new season. It's gonna be great. Can't wait.
Yeah, I've been pretty excited about the show Man in the High Castle.
You started it without me.
Yeah, I watched about 5 or 6 episodes.
All right, that's cool.
I watched
Whatever,
it. I watched it, and I was up till like about 5 in the morning. Definitely late to work in the morning.
Classic.
It was awesome though. My mom suggested I watch it, and I was like, hell yeah! And it was actually pretty good. I like the premise, and it seems like an awesome show.
It's cool.
10/10 recommend.
It's cool. Yeah, I've seen like 2 like.
Whoa! You started without me?
Before I even knew you, I started that. I watched like 2 episodes, and then my other friend, Jack, if you're listening, you know who you are, went on without me. Wow. Not cool. So I just never really.
Well, you're just not a fun person to watch TV shows with.
Wow.
I mean, that's why all your friends are leaving you in the dust and watching the shows without you.
Wow. All right. Cool. Guess I'm just not a good guy to watch TV with. Whatever. Fine. So I'm sorry I cut you off like I always do. You were still talking about Man in the High Castle. I cut you off like I usually do.
I mean, naturally, you take over most conversations right in the middle of the sentence. I'm about to make the point, so I have like a whole sentence. I'm going. Here's the. You know what I was thinking? While he's looking at Instagram, not even listening to me. I'm just like talking at him during lunch. It's most of lunch. He's just sitting there on Instagram and just like scrolling while I'm talking. Good beer. It was a good beer.
Great beer. Before we get into the next segment, Pikachu being portrayed by Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like
Okay.
Detective
Sure.
Deadpool in Pikachu's body. Like I'm just confused.
Cool.
Watching that was like it was a trip. That was awesome. It looks like it's gonna be hilarious. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be like
because Ryan Reynolds, of course, can be hilarious.
It's not gonna be like very Pokemon-y. Obviously, it's not gonna be like Ash Ketchum in the world. It's just like want to be the very best. But I think it'll be a good addition to the Pokemon universe. I don't know. I think
Never
it'd be
watched Pokemon. Never played Pokemon as a kid. Yeah, I was deprived, I guess.
Cool. Wow.
Yeah, my brother, he did.
Wow.
He did. I just never. Did
I had the Game Boy Color, and I had the Game Boy Advance. I had the Game Boy Advance SP. I had all of those mobile Nintendo consoles.
It's like when I saw the trailer, I was like, "Is this how it's supposed to be?" But then I was talking to like my roommate, and he was like, "No, not how it's supposed to be."
Not at all.
So, yeah, so I guess that'll be interesting. I just thought I thought it'd just be kind of like trendy and just be like Pikachu. Yeah, I don't know. Sure.
Wow, you're so lame. It's unreal. Go sports, right? Sports.
Yeah. You know all about Pokemon. I know all about sports.
Yeah, I'm the nerdy one. He's the cool one. This is kind of the way it works.
That's the way it rolls. Another like little segment here. Top 5 surprise segment.
Wait, we didn't plan on this.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprising you.
Okay. So what's the topic then?
Okay. I'm going to give you a top 5 subject, and you got to give yours back. All right? So, the subject of the week, top 5, rest in peace, Stan Lee, Marvel movies. Yeah. See if I catch you off guard. I'll give you my top 5 first, give you a little time to think, get that little brain running over there. Top 5, honestly, I didn't really think about this, so I guess I'm going to kind of think along with you. But top 5, we got to go with obviously the best Marvel movie, Avengers, the newest one. Crazy, bringing everybody together. It was awesome, just wrapping everybody up. Thanos, as bad as Thanos, is he doing it for the better of everybody or no?
Wow, a super topical conversation we're having right here. Thanos discussion right now.
But we'll get back in. Well, maybe that's a debate for another time. Was Thanos really bad? Yeah, I mean, he killed half the world. But sure, fine. Next, I'd probably have to go Civil War. Another one where they kind of just bring everybody in there. Square off against each other. I thought that was a cool take. Unlike Batman vs Superman, that movie sucked. Don't watch it.
It's not in the same realm.
I know, but I'm saying like they tried to like
I know.
It's like Civil War, so they're pitting the friends together.
I get you.
And then DC tried to do it too, and they just ruined Batman, but fine. So we got Civil War. Next one, kind of, I feel a little mainstream here with Black Panther. I thought that was a great movie. I thought it was cool in the aspect of seeing Wakanda. Everything else like takes place in like New York City or like in space, but like Wakanda seemed like such a cool place. Black Panther, total badass.
I think the technology in that movie was just cool.
Yeah, right. So it's like in the realm of America, in the realm of Earth, but then like just like the technology that they use and everything, real cool. Number 4 we're up to now for me. I'm kind of pulling this out because I honestly didn't really think about this before I told Garrett. Try to rattle him. I think I'm more rattled. Number 4.
Okay.
I know.
So the surprise segment, surprised yourself.
Backfired on me. One of my favorites. I'll say it might even be higher than 4, but Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. Those are 4 and 5. Love Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Obviously, how could you not love Groot? And Star-Lord and the whole gang.
Yeah.
Just all the characters coming together. I guess I like when people come together. Whatever. That was real cool. Just like how everyone interacts. And I thought Chris Pratt, he's serious enough, but obviously comedic. So, those are my top 5.
All right. So for me, my top 5. Gosh, I mean, honestly, I don't want to put it at number 1 because it's probably not like the best, but at the same time, it matters so much. Is Iron Man 1? Because I mean, like it started.
I was gonna go with that.
It started it all.
Yeah.
Right. And it had, and I mean, Iron Man is such a polarizing character for the entire Marvel universe right now, and I mean, he's just such a cool character. Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. It's not even Tony Stark is Iron Man. The actor is Iron Man. He's so cool. Playboy. The beard is awesome. The way he does it. So I mean, I'd have to put that as number 1 just because it's like the start of it all.
Sure.
I mean, you can say that the newest Avengers was cool and was awesome bringing everyone together, but I don't even know if I'm going to put that on my list.
Whoa.
I mean, it was awesome. It was great, but like maybe it's just because like I'm trying to like think of my original thoughts of each movie as I went into them, and this one
there's so many,
There's so many.
You gotta kind of think through all of them.
And my original feelings, I mean, number 2 is definitely Winter Soldier. Because I mean, Captain America is like one of the coolest guys also in it. Yeah. It's just like he's just such a good character. You always believe that he's going to be doing the right thing, even when he wasn't doing the right thing in Civil War, right? Or well, depending on who you talk to, it's like which team are you on? Which side are you on?
Yeah.
And no matter what he does, I always feel like it's for the greater good, and so I always can just follow behind Captain America.
Sure.
Also, on the topic of Civil War, Iron Man probably should have died. I think that no one dying at the end of that movie kind of like...
Captain America? Or, I'm sorry, what's Iron Man?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, because Captain America almost killed him. But, like, I think something bigger needed to happen. It was anticlimactic at the end of just leaving everyone's okay and everyone's fine.
You're not wrong, but killing one of 2 of the biggest characters?
I mean, granted, I know I'm saying both Iron Man and Captain America are both my favorites.
Bold.
But... I think that's just kind of the way it needs to go. Or it should have gone. But, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, why would you do that? I mean, Marvel would probably save some money if they got rid of Iron Man. But
probably.
But then I'd probably go with... So I'm on 1 and 2. So 1... Yeah. And then I'm going to go with Black Panther, number 3, because it was awesome. The technology was so cool. Like, just everything was so awesome. And then... Probably go with Civil War, even though it's anticlimactic. And number 5, Spider-Man, because Spider-Man was good. Granted, teen movie, but like it was like teen, like awesome, like teen movie. I didn't care that it was high school. Right? Yeah, okay. Homecoming. Okay. Because it was like, well, yeah, we're not talking about old Marvel. We're only MCU current, the current MCU.
Fair. Just had to like clarify, like you're not talking about the old one.
Not Toby. Is it Tobey Maguire?
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
He was.
No. I mean, his were good. I'll give it to him. I like them. They're OG and they're classic. But Homecoming was really good. Just with it was a teen movie, but as an adult, I'm still into it. Which means that
I don't really know if it was a teen movie.
It was a high school drama. You know what I mean? They went to prom. Granted, they were at prom for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, I guess.
But like he was
not
like, oh, hey, can't
like,
get with a girl.
He's like part of
so much more. But it's
like,
cool to show that like the character growth throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
Is
so I wouldn't necessarily call it a teen movie, but I get what you mean.
Yeah.
High school drama.
I think the ones with like the most character development are like the best ones, and Spider-Man definitely had a lot of character development throughout the whole movie. So
sure.
That's my 5th.
Good. So we can close this out.
Do we have to end the podcast? Does that mean I have to stop drinking my beer at the end? Or
no, we'll get another one.
Another one after this? Okay, good.
Another one after this.
So that's our podcast. It's basically just us going to keep crapping on each other the whole time, and we're just going to be just like talking about
crapping on each other. Keep it PG. Like it.
Yeah, just like that.
Just in case the children want to listen to what we got.
Just in case there's some children listening.
Sure.
So we're just going to crap on each other and just continue, children, while we're drinking beer and recommending to drink. You can slam 5 of these during the football game. Let's go. So our podcast, what do you want anyone to remember from this episode specifically?
What do I want anyone to remember? Obviously, iron your shirt. Please, iron your shirt for the love of God.
I think for me, what I want to make sure that everyone walks away with, make peanut butter and jelly the right way.
We'll put out the poll. Have you guys vote on it. No problemo. Just better vote for me. Just a reminder, summarize that. I go peanut butter first with a spoon, then jelly with the same spoon but cleaned off on the bread. Put that baby on top, ready to go.
I go jelly, peanut butter with a knife on both. I don't need to go into any more detail than that. But that's just what I do.
And he cuts it because he's a child. We're still keeping it PG. Cut it like a child.
Yeah, cut it like a child. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it PG. It's not like I cut off the crusts. Or like put a smiley face on it and put a little love letter for when I open up my grocery bag when I get into work. It's not like my mom's packing my lunch.
Yeah, so make peanut butter jellers the right way. Iron your shirt, please. Tuck it in as well. Beers, go get yourself some Founders Solid Gold. We're not endorsed by them, obviously. That'd be kind of cool for our first podcast.
Our first podcast to have sponsors by Southern Tier and Founders.
But maybe we'll get a sweet. No, probably not. Probably not, right? For the 5 people going to be listening to this?
The 5 people listening.
So go get some Founder Solid Gold. Go get some Southern Tier IPA.
Yeah, make sure after work someday you go out for happy hour. You pick yourself up a Southern Tier or a Founders. Both their companies and all of their beers are good.
Good.
For the most part, all of their beers.
And pour one out for Stanley.
Yeah, pour one out for Stanley.
Third time's a charm. Giving him a shout out.
Yeah, pour one out.
Don't pour out a White Claw. Never mind.
Not a White Claw. That's bad mouthing the guy.
Follow us on all social medias. The Pre-Work Fix. Follow us on our own personal accounts if you really want to. I don't post anything good, and Garrett especially doesn't.
I post all the great pictures of Eric when he's out at the bar.
True. This is accurate.
But yes, anywhere on any social media, you can find us at The Pre-Work Fix. The podcast is going to be everywhere you listen to your podcasts. It's going to be Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, YouTube. It's going to be all across the board. We're thinking about possibly filming it in the future.
What? Just so you can see my beautiful face and Garrett's patchy beard.
That's true. It's no shame to remember, though, so I just got to grow it out anyways. This has been our podcast, and I hope you guys have a great work week. This has been The Pre-Work Fix. Talk to you guys later.